Hi, Gemini. If you're new here, I'm Susie. I'm a trauma-informed, evolutionary empowerment astrologer, which just means that I believe that you can evolve through your placements. They are there to help you, not fate you to one unendable destination or another. And I'm a metaphysical practitioner, and I love divination. So I'm going to read for Gemini right now. And this also applies if you have a third house stellium or a Gemini North node. And if you do, you're probably on a big path of evolution because you just had the Sag Gemini nodes going on in your chart. Hi, April. We have a great community here, so I go live 12 times a week. If you want to join us, the people that show up are pretty amazing. So I'm going to look into the energy that you were just in, and the energies around you. And then the current energies around you. Energies just means energetically it's available to you. Hello. Mamando, I really just want to know, or is it Mr. Mando? You know, I'm a B52 next month. So like, because I don't want the camera here, sometimes I struggle. YouTube should make big writing for us older folks. But I'm going to look at the energies around you. And energies just mean it's there. Your free will is always the biggest player on the board. This is what's like available to you energetically. Right? So this is for guidance, not for, I don't believe in prediction addiction. This is to help you navigate. Yeah. Oh, you know, Gemini. Hello, Corey. I totally sounded like Tigger right then. That was not my intention. Honk if you're old and you know who Tigger is. Interesting. So the energy you're coming out of Gemini is I have the celebratory and also divine connection 1111 Four of Wands coming up. Boy, if these cards are not flying, I feel like something's in. Why does any other person, you know, like I touched up my makeup a little bit from earlier, because honestly this screen, hey Sunny D, this I'm using the webcam that comes on my Mac, and Macs are amazing, but we all know the webcam is like pretty terrible, and I'm more concerned with getting you guys your readings than I am with like setting up 12 different cameras so I look good. But still, I touched up my makeup and now I feel like I have something in my eye. Am I the only person that happens to, for makeup wearing humans, that they feel like they get everything like set, hey Cole, and then they're, you know, then something's in their eye? Okay. Enough about me and my eyeballs. Okay. So we have the Knight of Pentacles as the overall theme. I'm pretty sure. Hold up, buttercups. This is the Star Tarot. Hold on. Where's my... Oh my God. Like, you know how tarots come with little books? It looks like I have a nest in the back of my head. I swear to God. It's just that my hair is falling apart. This is the biggest book I have ever gotten. Yeah, I'm live, so I can't do that, but I totally feel ya. This is the hugest book I have ever gotten with a tarot. This is what comes with this tarot deck and a ginormous box. So I just want to see something, because I'm not sure if that's a... Yeah, that's a page, not a knight. Okay, got it. So that's a page of Pentacles, which I like a lot better than the Knight of Pentacles, because the Knight of Pentacles will have you like waiting. You know, for good reasons, but right? It's huge. For good reason, because the Knight of Pentacles doesn't care about what happens in the next 6 minutes or the next 6 hours. He cares about what's happening in the next 6 days, 6 months, 6 years. So, but I digress. This is a page in this deck. When they rename the things, other readers, because I watch other readers. So if anybody else reads, sometimes that throws me off when I first get a deck. Like, is that a page? Is it a knight? Like the Muse deck, it took me a minute. Okay, so we have the energy you're coming out of was kind of celebratory, feeling like maybe something like a divine connection was coming closer, or some kind of like divine destiny looks like it was coming closer, something. So when I read for you guys, I have, and I will eventually get an overhead camera set up, but I have 3 rows going either way. So the first row going across is the energy you're coming out of. The energetic around you is the middle, and the last row going this way is what's coming up. The rows going long ways, this is you, this is other, and other can be a person, a situation, whatever the primary energy is in your environment, that concerns you, that affects you, the energy that affects you most in your environment. The middle row going down, that is what energy is created by the combination of the energy that you're letting affect you. It's the resulting energy. That makes sense? Oh God, that's so sweet. In their energy, we have the 4 of Pentacles. A very pretty 4 of Pentacles, albeit a 4 of Pentacles. Cole, you retracted your message before I could read it. That's no fun. No fair. You play no fair. A 4 of Pentacles. This is holding on to something, right? This is like in the evolution of what is happening, because right, pentacles are on the ground. This is something that is tangible, that we can get our hands around. So when I see 4 of Pentacles, that means there's something that's already in your existence, not just your energy, but in your existence that you don't want to let go of. Now this is for other. So if you're cross-watching Gemini, well, that's kind of what digressing. Yep, that's an accurate definition. If you're not watching this with the live replay chat, you should. My community seems to be entertaining, because cohesion. So the 4 of Pentacles would imply that there is something in the other's environment that's actually already in existence that they were having a hard time letting go of. Let's see how that, we're going to clarify all this. We're going to pull a message from a person. We're going to do an oracle card. Everybody that's constantly in my chat, and I love you guys, probably are like, we know, Susie, but that's for the new people. Okay. So, what I have for the energy, this is very interesting. So you had divine connection energy, feeling like this is a divine connection. It seems like you're coming out of that energy, which is really interesting. And they had something that they know they have to let go of, that they're just having a hard time. They're having an attachment issue. And also could feel like under-resourced, like underprepared. Like if they let that thing go, that it's problematic for actual functioning, for actual like realistic, how can I take that step and let this thing go and move forward feeling resourced enough, either emotionally, physically, financially, but it's something that they already have in their existence. That could be somebody who is afraid to let a connection or a relationship go because it will affect them financially. The energy that's created though from the two of this, you feeling like there's a divine connection, is and them working on the attachment issue or being afraid to let something go. There's tons of love, but also it's like a mature, emotionally mature love. That's not so shabby for Gemini. That was what my woohoo was about. What I see going on currently is Nine of Swords. This is, as Gemma from Gemstones, I just love her. You know, I messaged her today to ask about the book, and I had it written down, and I swear I had it on hold a long time ago. She refers to it as her big smelly book. Do you know, as like huge as her following is, I asked her for the title of that book, and like within an hour she answered me. She's just like, she's the real deal, people. And just a good person. But she calls this the 4 a.m. card. It's the not sleeping, it's anxiety, it's overthinking, it's the things that you can't stop thinking about when you close your eyes, and you can't sleep because you can't stop thinking about it, right? It's worry. Worry to the point where it's affecting your health. Worry at the point where it's consuming you. In their like current energy, I have the 6 of Swords. So that's progression. When we go from the 4 of Pentacles of being afraid to let something go to entertaining, their thoughts are in the idea of leaving whatever thing that they were holding on to. Now, if this is like a job or a family, this could be a family situation where, you know, family is not comfortable with whatever growth you've had because it makes everybody take accountability, and the idea, that version of themselves is really hard to let go. That version of what that family looks like is really hard to let go. If this is work, this is possibly somebody not wanting, you know, bosses not wanting to like give you a raise, or you know, something that, a title or equal credit that they don't want to let go, but they know that they should. So honestly, when we see 6 of Swords, I want to make it, so I say this all the time, but like swords, cups, and wands are energetic. Pentacles are happening, like it's in play in real time on the ground, right? So we have 6 of Swords. This means the energetic mindset, somebody's mindset has switched to leaving choppy waters for smoother waters. Hello, Lee. You know, if you don't come, I think everybody here already does, but for my new viewers or replay viewers that don't already know, every Friday night I am on Soul Navigation live for like 2 hours, and we go through all 12 signs just for like an energetic quick check-in, plus I give away a free reading every Friday. And Lee is our amazing moderator. So it's probably a lot nicer for her just to be in here where there's like 7 people to wrangle instead of 40, 50, sometimes 60, which I know is not a huge room. I'm no big YouTube star, but still she's busy over there. So in the energy created between your worry and they're thinking about changing the situation, like making things run smoother. Actually, you know, they may only be in the thinking or the thinking phase of it, or trying to plan, but they you know, that I'm feeling squaring energy. When planets square each other, they can't really identify. You are feeling it, but you're not exactly sure. It's like when, and we've all done this. Like somebody said it last Friday, like, why am I angry today? And by the way, Mars has moved officially into Aries. So we might be a little quicker to heat up, whether that's anger or anything else. But when if anybody hears bird noises, it's a cat that we have right outside the door. He's annoyed that I closed the door. But when you're having like squaring planets, like a transit is squaring you, or just something in your life, sorry, I have a viewer. I want to cry right now. I have a viewer, and again, listen to the live chat when you're watching this replay, viewers. But sometimes I draw free cards at the end of the sign. I'm gonna try to do it. Sometimes I don't do it on water signs because water signs kill me. And I am a water sign, but it's I'm not capable of doing free card reads at the end at Pisces. But at the end of Aquarius, I'm going to probably draw free cards. But this lovely person stayed one night and asked me a question to like predict something for her. And evidently, that's beautiful, Diana. I'm so glad. I'm so happy for you. I'm less concerned that you're welcome. I'm less concerned that I was correct or that the cards were correct, that's beautiful for you and your family. So when things are squaring each other, it's when you wake up in the morning and you feel like, why am I angry today? Why am I sad? Tell me why I'm sitting here watching something innocuous, but I'm crying. It's like, you know that you are feeling something, but you have no idea why. That is, you know, and if you have natal planets like that, sometimes we have to like work through figuring out what makes us operate like that, what makes us feel like this often. And usually when we have planets squaring us, the perspective from outside people that don't understand why we react to things sometimes can make us feel misunderstood. I am telling you all that because in this center row, I feel a lot of squaring energy. I feel like you and your other are having a squaring transits, or there's just something here where you cannot see each other or you cannot hear each other properly. There's something going on with like communication, but lots of times we have lack of communication, right? Because we have swords on either end, but this is literally assumption. It's worse than miscommunication. It's lack of communication with assumption, and the energy that it is creating is the Queen of Wands in reverse. Queen of Wands, it's feeling powerless. It's feeling uninspired and powerless at the same time. And so that's difficult. That's difficult. So Gemini, if you're feeling that, if you're feeling like it's hard to find a way, Or like, feels a little hopeless. That's just the energy that's created. They're actually looking for solutions, but I don't think you know that. I can feel their energy and I can feel your energy, but I don't think it's like squaring planets. I don't think either of you can see each other. It's like being on the other side of a 12-foot maze. You're both there, but you can't see each other. In the upcoming energy, very interesting. You know, pretty soon, it is Gemini season. So also, happy birthday to all my Geminis. You know, I'm fiercely defensive of Geminis, and I always say be careful that you don't get into, and that's Gemini placements, because this is for Sun, Moon, Rising, if you want to apply it to your Venus, third house stellium, or Gemini North Node. But when you have heavy Gemini placements, beware of people who try to put you in a box, because some people can't handle the duality and the multifaceted like wonderment that is a Gemini. And no one should ask you to be one thing or another when that's not your purpose here on the planet, to soothe them or comfort them. And so one of the things that I find with certain Gemini placements, especially Gemini moon, is like, maybe when you were younger, hope didn't seem to be a thing that you could be afforded. That might constantly have brought you some disappointment. And then if you feel like you're unacceptable because you're not being that one thing or another to somebody, you feel like the problem lies within you. So you try to find opportunity, because like I say, we won't call it hope, so it's almost a dirty word. I don't really think it's a dirty word, but if you get it, you get it. We'll call it opportunity in other people. They see other people as the opportunity or the vehicle for them to stop feeling like there's something wrong with them. When you put that much power in somebody else's free will to make you feel regulated, that can lead to disappointment. It feels like I'm feeling a little bit of that upcoming. And pretty soon, the planets will be moving into Gemini and you will feel more aligned. But I think in the next week or so, you might be feeling a little off. And that's okay. It's going to bring, when we're uncomfortable, it brings sometimes the best change. I know it's kind of like a sucky way. So I'm a big fan of like being an advocate to like look so that you don't have to get uncomfortable for that evolution first. I don't know why Gemini is making me feel like I want to give you all a hug today. Don't cry. I love you. So we have 10 of Pentacles in reverse in your upcoming energy. We have 5 of Pentacles in the upright in their energy. And the energy that's created by that is the Chariot in reverse. All I keep hearing and feeling is like, am I being the right thing to make this work? Did I do something? And again, I'm especially feeling Gemini moon, like that you have done something, or that you feel like it's not okay to be authentically you. And when you do that, you take away your own opportunities. That's not true. That's not true. For the Geminis who are going through that, I don't want you to think that. When I have 10 of Pentacles, which is my happy ending card for those who don't know, on the table, that also means when it's on the table that it's available to you. When it's upside down, a lot of times I personally read that as like it's available to you, but not in the way that you think it's going to come, or not tied up in a pretty package. Not like, kind of like when I had the reading for the lovely soul that's in here. It's like there is a victory. It's just not going to be exactly how you imagined. Sometimes Gemini has a hard time making a decision, and sometimes, you know, one of the best things about Gemini is their imagination. And again, when you have like a Gemini moon or a Gemini rising, that imagination can write the most beautiful stories. But when you have attachment, which we started out with, right? When you have attachment to outcome, that is kind of a recipe for disappointment. And so I don't I don't want you to get too caught up in what it looks like. I know I say that again, and I know I say that a lot, and I know that probably sounds a little cliche to some people, but there is energetically a really good outcome for this situation available, as long as you don't tie yourself to exactly how you imagined it. They're feeling, again, there's a lot of squaring energy. I don't think that you guys, I think that there's a lot of, almost feels like there's so much riding on this that nobody wants to say the wrong thing and screw it up on both ends. So there's more assumption than communication going on. We're going to clarify all of this. And, you know, the energy that the Five of Pentacles and the upright and the Ten of Pentacles in reverse are creating is the Chariot in reverse. And I swear I have a little hair. And so the Chariot is about not trying to control things one way or the other, not being so attached to outcome, and you let the dark and the light, right? The dark horse and the light horse, you let them both take you to where you want to go. You don't ignore, like, you know, things go off course. I do believe that's what's meant for you won't miss you, but I do think we as humans having a human experience, and don't beat yourself up for that, social constructs, our, you know, our early environment, our mindsets, because what we've been through, all of that can kind of delay or throw us slightly off course. When I see the Chariot in reverse, it is a reminder that when we overthink and when we put too much on ourselves, we can delay the course, right? Chariot is about movement. So I don't know that I see a lot of movement coming up, as long as you're trying to control your behavior, portray the Gemini side of you that pleases this other in situation. So what I love about the upcoming energies is like, you can navigate, you can know what you have to let go. Really? Lee, your child is all kinds of disruptive. Let's clarify this and see what we can get. What do I want to use to clarify? You hear all the noise? He's about to knock boxes into all the lighting. Nicholas. Sorry, guys. We have a cat that's an imp. All right. So I only take one card to clarify the whole back row because that's what's already happened. That's what we're leaving. I don't like to spend that much attention on it. We have a lot of swords on this board. Everything's in thought, which makes sense for Gemini. If you could just make the food thing go, I think he'll leave on his own. Then you don't even have to come all the way downstairs. Okay. There's so many swords, which means everything is in, there's a lot of overthinking. There's a lot going on in the imagination. That's such a bad idea, Nikki. Don't do it. Oh, please made the food thing go. A lot of stuff is in thought and not being said. I don't think anybody else has a channel with, like, interrupting cats, do they? Ten of Swords in reverse. Sorry, replay viewers. Ten of Swords in reverse is clarifying this whole... There are self-sabotaging thoughts and some pain. Some pain that lives in your head. Sometimes we have pain that we feel like we worked through emotionally, but the thoughts, we replay it in our head over and over again. Fear will keep you from happiness far more than failure ever will. This is something I've said for years and years. Ten of Swords is getting to the end of the cycle where that imagery, those thoughts play out again in your head. So I feel that you feel the strength of this divine connection or this divine opportunity, divine moment, divine healing, whatever you want to call it. And I believe that you felt that in your gut. And I think that you may be thinking well, I wouldn't say angels, Diana. I feel like the thoughts are going to, and I mean, this card is so visceral. It's time for that to end, but there's a little holding on to it. I think that you're trying your best, but the thoughts keep coming back, right? And that's just a very human experience to have. This Nine of Swords in reverse is being confirmed by the Nine of Swords in the upright is being, and if, you didn't see that, is being confirmed by the Eight of Swords in reverse. More energy of just trying to leave the anxiety, trying to, and I think that there's progress and you're doing better with that anxiety. I just think that when you lay your head down at night, that's when it hits. Whatever you've whatever you have managed to distract yourself during the day, at night it kind of creeps on you. In their energy with this Six of Swords, they're wanting to create a better situation. Actually, their thoughts in how do they fix this. I believe that they understand that they have to give balance. So there was imbalance before, but they are trying. They don't feel very balanced because that Two of Coins is in reverse. Also, again, visceral. These cards are amazing. Aw, well, I'm sending you hugs. Don't cry, babe. This is somebody who's feeling like they may be drowning a little. And if this is you, then flip it. You'll know who's who. There's Again, I'm feeling like, and you might be dealing with somebody else who has Gemini placements too, but that feeling like I'm not sure how to balance things, because balance has been sold to you as staying completely steady, staying in one stream of thought, one personality archetype, and that's simply not who Gemini is, nor are you supposed to be. So I'm not sure if this other energy isn't trying to understand balance out of the context of all the beauty and the multi-faceted, intricate tapestry that is Gemini. Again, there's more assumption than there is communication. I stand by that. That's like too sweet and too sour. I have to like water it down or something. Clarifying the Queen of Wands in reverse, we have the Four of Swords in reverse. We're just going to have to see next week what that is. Hi, Betty. We're going to have to see next week whether that's coming out of rest to bring some progress, or coming out of rest, meaning it's time to walk away when that's not what everybody wants. But again, there's more assumption than communication. Okay. Now, what's so interesting, in the upcoming situation, we have the Six of Swords now in the upright. Gemini, I think you may be more in your head than you need to be. This is a great community. I say it all the time. Please join the community. Like, even if it's not for me, if you show up on my shows, like, there's some just incredible humans in the chat. The Chariot stuck in reverse. We have the Star in reverse as well, which is healing, wish fulfillment. Everything is being held off because one person thinks, there's a lot of repeating cards here. So like, that tells me these are strong, energetic feelings that are affecting you. In this Five of Pentacles being left out, we have the Queen of Wands in reverse again. And so that's what they're feeling, and you're feeling like they don't want, everybody's feeling like the other one isn't interested. But what's more important is that everyone might feel energetically like they're not worth the effort of the other person. And therefore the assumption that they're not wanted. I don't even know if it's completely what the other person is or isn't doing, other than the fact that there's obviously not enough communication, so much as this pain, these thoughts, the things that we can't make our brain shut down for in the middle of the night. And I would invite you, the fear of what they might say in clear, direct communication is hurting you more than the possible failure of it actually being unrequited. I think it's more harmful that there's a feeling of not being enough or being too much, actually, in this case. I love that for you, Gemini, and I love you, Gemini. So, like, I would encourage some conversation. Okay, let's get a message from your person. And then, should we read from Into the Lonely Woods like we have been? Or do you want me to pull a healing card? While I'm shuffling one of these, God, I gotta fix my hair before Libra. All day hair. I'll let you guys tell me whether you want another Into the Lonely Woods card, or whether you want heard a noise and I thought a card fell. Or you want a different, like a healing card. I keep saying there's lack of communication, and these like message from your person cards will not fly. Okay, so since your person doesn't want to talk, let's get one of these. A healing card. Okay, you got it. You got it. Into the Lonely Woods, or those like inner child shadow cards. I don't think I've ever had this happen. Okay, there we go. Trust. The universe's message about your other person is trust. This situation is calling you to have faith. God, faith sounds a lot like hope. Right? And so that can be, that all requires trust. So you trust yourself. You know what I always say, trusting yourself is the most important. Trusting yourself is one of the most valuable tools of healing, trauma recovery, any kind of recovery, and just plain old personal development. Trusting yourself is the most important. More important than trusting a partner. They keep flipping and then going back in, and I really just want, boy, Gemini. Discovering happiness. I allow myself to be content exactly as I am. Stop trying to be something else to please someone else. You're exactly who you're supposed to be. And that's not one-dimensional, Gemini. You're not supposed to be one-dimensional. God, how boring that would be. Don't we love our Geminis? Okay, I'm going to take like a 10-minute break. I'm going to come back with Libra and probably pulling cards at the end of Aquarius. I love you. Know you love you. I'll see you in a bit.